Right now we're looking at starting our filming our interviews and sending off our questions to different practitioners we've already contacted to get them to record their own videos and send them back. By this stage we were meant to have one already done, but due to some scheduling conflicts we were unable to do it on the date we had set. So we're looking at getting that rescheduled now.
Because it's on the reading list, I've come to grips with it really well, and I sort of understand how to use it more, which has actually really helped me to write essays and any assignments I need to do, because it's much easier to work if you understand everything that goes into it. For other students, we've established that the Tallis Aspire reading list is really helpful for them, and we're going to try and talk to the Dean of Faculty and everyone and really try to push Tallis rolling out to everyone.
So in terms of the actual outcomes that the project's brought about, in my first year that we created an online resource bank of tools to help lecturers help internationalize their curriculum. So that was exciting, and that was kind of adopted through Learning and Teaching's intranet pages and things like that. And then in my second year, the project I was working on was about online assessments within English. I studied English literature, and it was changing the fact that we had online assessments as part of our mandatory assessments, which people didn't like, and they didn't like how the questions were worded, they didn't like the whole approach to assessment and found it kind of out of line with the rest of the program. And so through my project, we actually got those removed from being a mandatory part of assessment and got them as a helpful extra resource. So that was a big change for a program. In terms of, for me, being part of the Student Fellows Scheme has had an enormous impact. I certainly wouldn't be Student Union President today if I hadn't done the Student Fellows Scheme. The amount of leadership and empowerment and belief in the university and in the Student Union and in students, and so many of my kind of values that I have as a president were founded in the Student Fellows Scheme, and really given the chance to blossom, and I got so much confidence from doing the scheme myself that has helped me be a leader kind of afterwards. And I want to work in higher education long term, and again that wouldn't have come about if I hadn't been involved with something like the Student Fellows Scheme, and been involved right from the very beginning and gotten to see it evolve and change and grow and become so much more institutionally and nationally and now internationally embedded in what is good practice in terms of student engagement.
No major outcomes so far. Obviously, I'm waiting on a reply from my faculty at the moment to meet up to get a trial run, but that seems really, really positive. They seem really enthusiastic, especially because we're moving to Canvas. I think they were anticipating the change anyway. But it's been really interesting actually to talk to lots of students, because that's mostly what I've been doing up until this point, is meeting with students, find out their kind of opinions, and doing questionnaires, that sort of thing, and what people think about online submissions. And yeah, it's been really interesting to hear their point of view, because I kind of assumed everyone would be for online submissions, but there are actually quite a few people that prefer it to be handed in on paper. So that's kind of been really interesting. But yeah, in terms of proper outcomes, it's one of those projects that's a little bit like it either works or it doesn't. You either get online submissions or we don't. So yeah, we just they seem really enthusiastic about the change, but no promises just yet.
I'd love to hear from the international students from different backgrounds and hearing their experience here overall and what things they would change. So that's really interesting, because some things that I haven't noticed, it's a really big deal for other students. So just sort of getting those things, trying to make their situation here as good as possible and improve for future international students.
I think personally so far I've developed my research skills. Designing a questionnaire and handing it out to students and stuff has been very something I've never done before. So it's definitely something that I've learned. Also, working with a staff partner is also I think it's kind of matured me a little bit as well. I can be Paul's a really good role model with that kind of academic research and stuff. So I picked up a lot from Paul. And I think as my project's kind of developed at the moment, I think we've kind of seen results. We kind of had a rough feeling that iPads would enhance learning, but the more detailed results, such as like what kind of apps are particularly useful, is definitely an eye-opener and something that we've all learned on, and yeah, so it's been very, very good.